shared some questions with you.
All right.
I will be going through them one by one. कभी मैं एक किसी से पूछ लूंगा, and if you have some pointers to add on.
All right,
please.
we are live, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Entab CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where the stalwarts of education come on board and express their viewpoints on burning topics related to education. Before I begin, let me quickly introduce you to Entab. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing mature and futuristic school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to the schools spread across India and helping transforming them from good schools to great ones. Our topic of discussion today is that how can children help families cope up with today? Children are the ones who can make any stressful situation light. They are capable of making the complete house run after them. In today's session, we'll discuss that how can they help cope families with tough times. We'll understand how can children support their elders, especially grandparents, either with their also learn how can children extend their charm to encourage the frontline workers in the vicinity. So let's start by introducing our panelists for the day. Ms. Sarika Narayan, the principal of Vision International School, Pune in Maharashtra. Ma'am has been the leading force behind setting up various preschools and orphanages in Aurangabad. She has also been a part of the Principal CEO Summit held in Pune. Welcome to the show, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Himanshu. Good afternoon, all of you.
Moving forward, we have Ms. Divya Bhardwaj, the principal of R.A.N. Public School, Bilaspur. In her educational journey of 19 years, ma'am has been associated with several prominent army schools in Dehradun. She also holds a degree of master's in English and political science. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Himanshu.
My pleasure, ma'am. All right, ma'am. So my audience would definitely want to understand, first of all, that how we would like you to address that the children in our audience about the situation the world is facing today. Let's go with Divya, ma'am, first.
Well, talking about the present situations, the world has not faced this situation earlier. It's something new. It's entirely a very new phenomena happening in the world where we are confined to our houses. We are not moving outside. If we are talking about childhood or maybe the children, they are not supposed to be bound. I think it's tough for them. It's difficult for them. But then we can learn something out of a situation which we are facing. So, dear students, if you are here to take an advice, I would advise you to kindly make the most out of it. Online education is a new phenomena in India, not a new one, but then, of course, it doesn't have a vast reach around in our country, but it's nothing new in the world. Many prominent universities in the world are giving out, courses on an online platform. So go ahead, search the internet. You will certainly find out many such programs, many courses which match your hobbies, from which you can learn. So use this time constructively. The more negative we become, the more negative outcomes will be. So be positive. Take it as a positive time. You have a lot of time. Go ahead, search and explore the internet. You'll find something of your own choice. Learn something new.
Wonderful. So the key to key to all of it is learning something new, because we all have time on our hands and we're all at home. I'm sure I learned to cook so many new dishes. I learned to do so many new things. Sarika, ma'am, what is your point of view?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Himanshu. Actually, thank you, Entab and CampusCare, for having me here. It's a pleasure interacting with this young minds. I surely would be very happy to address you all. See, the impact of COVID-19 is drastically changing the lives of people, mainly the lives of young people. I understand that schools and universities have closed, exams and events has been postponed. These young friends of mine are facing so many issues with the online learning much. As we may say ki, to consign 2020 and 21 to the dustbin of history. It taught us some vital lessons, and it took the stage this year to, but it's not deniable that the global pandemic brought severe economics crisis, identity crisis, and so much more. Socializing with friends and wider family is highly discouraged and in some places even punishable. Living in these circumstances can be tough for young minds, for social, physical, and mental well being. The pandemic has set back human development such as much as 20 years. At the same time, these 2 years have been crystallized, however, how much interconnected our challenges. Well, I would just like to advise the young minds that please do not lose their hopes in the situation because you guys are the future and you yourself are the hopes. So you need to be strongest. Also, the children today have a privilege of social media, the internet. They can connect to the whole world to it. So I request them to use it for the best deeds they could do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Wonderfully and very sweetly said by you and mentioned by you. All right, moving forward, children are the ones that can light up any room with their either with their innocence or mischief. प्यारा बच्चा और शरारती बच्चा सबको अच्छा लगता है. And this pandemic is worse hitting the older generation. Uh, this hits very close to my heart, to be very honest. I actually lost my.
Oh,
So, talking about the older generation, all right. Moving forward, ma'am, how would you suggest kids spend most of their time with their grandparents, whether physically or virtually? Divya, ma'am, you.
Okay, Himanshu, I personally feel that there had been a time when we used to look forward to meet our grandparents, but in many cases, we would very easily say that we don't have the time. Now, this stands for the grandchildren also, for our parents as well. Yes, it was a fact that we were in cities, our parents were in the village, or whatever the setting of each and every family was. Now, again, I would say the positive of this pandemic is that we have plenty of time. Now, there are two possibilities. One, the grandparents are with you. The other one is that they are located somewhere else, maybe in some other city. So, to me, it is a situation where the students, yeah, the kids I am addressing to, I would just say not only do they need your time, even you need their gems of experience, something which you cannot purchase from anywhere, I can tell you. Neither from the market, neither only, not even from the online platform that we are on. What your parents is something which is their personal experience and their take to the situation. So, dear students, reach out to them, assure them that you are present over there, because as much as you are scared of this pandemic or you are stressed out due to this pandemic, your grandparents are as well, because they are in that stage of their life. So, to your grandparents, assure them, involve them. They will be learning something new. Play an online game with them. You will be shocked to see their reaction on learning something new which they've not done earlier. So the point here is, be close to them even when this pandemic is not allowing you to go close to them socially. So emotionally be attached to them, learn something from them, and the most I would say is assure them of your presence because they need it at this hour. Fine. Now you have to become their rock. They have been your rock for quite a time.
Absolutely. Grandparents are the most, see, you always find yourself closer to your grandparents because they will always protect you from your parents. I remember my nani, they used to protect me from my mother because I used to be a very mischievous kid, and I was a pampered kid as well a lot. So, few days back when I was in Delhi and I visited my grandmother, and she always had a habit of आज बड़े दिन बाद आया तू तुझे तो टाइम ही नहीं मिलता and I even though if I'm spending with her for 15 days or something she always used to point that out and trust me you will only realize the importance of grandparents after you won't handle them and that's the case with everybody. All right, Sarika ma'am, moving forward, according to you, our families are extended to the frontline workers and the people that are helping us getting our essential today, whether it is, only kirane ki dukaan as well. He is open now and he is taking a risk as well. So how can kids cheer them up by whether organizing Ludo or playing Ludo with them online or by cheering them once in a while from their balconies? What should kids do?
Yeah, actually, thank you very much. And especially, I want to say that I very well agree with Divya ma'am for the situation what children can help to grandparents. And now I want to focus on what point you have given me, like frontline workers. See, last year pandemic, our honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, announced to come forward and share the frontline worker by clapping our hands and lighting a candle. Okay, I think all we remember that thing.
Yeah.
This kids to appreciate the frontline workers doing the same. Let's stick our heads out of the apartment windows or stand in the gallery, maintaining the safe distance to cheer our frontline workers. Then kids can appreciate them like virtual appreciation. They can send some messages, they can send some good greetings. After that, they can offer something to them like means keeping safe distance. With that, they can offer like tea or snacks, water, some like what we can say is snacks and everything to them. Then good way of communication, they can praise them with good words, they can appreciate with language ki they have done good things. Then they can arrange the things like if they are throwing the dust or like other things, so they can keep that difference. And they can the most things like important things we can do to slow the spread of the virus, reduce the strain on the first responders and healthcare workers. After that, we can cheer them. We can means kids can do like myths awareness. Nowadays we are listening ki like vaccination, if pregnant ladies are there they can take vaccination. If like monthly things are there, so ladies can't go for vaccination. Then COVID-19, these things can avoid, that things can be done like that things. Means this myths awareness can kids can do better. Social awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Moving forward, Divya ma'am, coming to the end of the webinar, this is the best time when children can learn the meaning of community service, right? And, getting engaged in, like yourself, you've opened so many orphanages, and this is the best time wherein those people can get in touch with the old age people, maybe virtually through Zoom or something. I saw this concept somewhere wherein, in order to understand the importance of experience, there is the one of the best ways is have kids from orphanages visit help age old. old age homes. The oldies who are people who are elderly, who are left in old age homes, they'll get a sense of getting connected with children. And the children will get a sense of connecting and gaining experience. So it would be a win-win situation for everybody. So, ma'am, according to you, how can schools involve themselves helping the underprivileged during the crisis to keep everyone safe?
Himanshu, I have personally always felt that the best form of social service could be giving your time to somebody. Money, resources, everything can come, but if you're giving your time, that's the best. I would say it's the jadoo ki jhappi that works the best. Unfortunately, this time it's not supposed to be the jadoo ki jhappi. I feel a physical assurance given to anybody, underprivileged, old people, is possibly the best assurance. But then, unfortunate times that today we are standing at a place where physical proximity is something which cannot be permitted, and it's the right thing to do. Maintain your distance, maintain social distancing. Yet, as I earlier also said, it's not about the distance physically, it's more about connecting to people emotionally. Yet, I feel the underprivileged, yes, that emotional connect through a virtual platform, it works wonders for them. They feel happy about it. Yet, I feel we can give out things. One thing pandemic has taught us in these times is the most precious commodity today we have is life. If we have life, we nearly have everything. If our family is safe and sound, we nearly have everything. So, yes, we can do donations in a manner which is safe, sanitize things, and then pass it on to the orphanages or pass it on to the underprivileged because they are more in need of it. Why? Because this pandemic emotionally, physically has harmed the society a lot, but economically, it has actually broken the backbone of many people. We know about it. So, yes, what a virtual platform pay, you connect with the underprivileged, it gives them a momentary happiness. But then, if you reach out to them in terms of money or maybe things, clothes, food, but then that has to be done in a very safe manner so that it does not further worsen the situation the country is facing. So as far as students are concerned, if they can take the help of their parents to reach out to the people who are underprivileged, because I must tell you, they have suffered a lot economically. We are telling people to stay in their houses, but there are many who are going outside their houses and then only bread is coming to their house. Fine. So they are the people who have suffered a lot. So if it is in terms of food, it is in terms of clothing, in terms of anything that you can reach out to them and provide it to them through safer channels only, you must do it. It's your duty towards the society. The pandemic which has hit is not hit only India. It has hit the entire world. So we have to rise above a lot materialistic things that we have and reach out to the people, because the poor and needy are equally responsible for our country. They are the ones who are standing with us during these times, and we need to stand by them because they are also a part of our economy. Maybe not now, but they are certainly part of us. So my advice is reach out to the underprivileged in manners, emotionally also, and of course, through food or by giving out blankets or by giving out clothing, but in channels which are very, very safe and do not worsen the conditions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Divya ma'am. Very correctly said, very aptly said. It's time to reach out. Yes, in a safe manner. I remember a concept. There's an educator, Alka Kapoor ma'am from Modern School, New Delhi. She has a concept of roti bank. And in her school, every child is supposed to bring one extra roti. And since the school was closed, so now she started Roti Bank on Wheels. I'm again sharing this to share food with the underprivileged. Kuch nahi ja raha, we can, all of us, even if we start donating one or two extra rotis with some sabji, I'm sure we will be able to tackle this problem, because there are so many people whose whose life are dependent on livelihood, whose livelihood are dependent on everyday wages, and they are unable to do that. A few days back, I was going to a market, I was going to a bazaar to get some essentials, and I saw migrant workers moving out of here. And I'm in Himachal. Migrant workers walking with their bags, and heavy loaded bags on their head. So it's time to move out. It's not only for children, in a safety, in a security, with all, taking care of all the government procedures and norms. Let's start help and rebuilding our society. After World War II, Japan, the Emperor of Japan said, it's time to now let go of the weapons and pick up the tools to rebuild our country. So again, it's time to pick up the tools and rebuild our country. Thank you so much, Divya ma'am. Thank you so much, Sarika ma'am, for giving
My
me
pleasure.
valuable time. Till we meet again next time for some other webinar on some other topic. Till then, stay safe, stay secure.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.